Hey, hey! How's everybody doing? It is one of the nicer days. It's actually probably a little bit warm here in the Midwest. Nowhere that I would rather be than sitting in my driver's seat down in the basement in the game room, getting ready to do some Gran Turismo racing. So, thanks for joining me. My name is SlowMoe, and I am a beginner racer. I do a lot of daily races, time trials, just some basic stuff. I like the game. I like playing it. I like the competitiveness. I am not a top-rated driver. I think right now my driver rating, or my driver rate is a D. I'm a DS. I've been up to B and then, moved backwards from there. Really kind of feeling it out as I go. I'm basically a new sim racer, I guess. I've been doing this for about a year since Gran Turismo 7 came out. I pieced together a sim racing setup back then. Pretty basic setup. I would call it a entry level, if you will. So it's a Logitech G923 wheel and pedals with Logitech shifter and I think it's called a cheap buy, which is appropriate for me. I'm a cheap ass. But a rig, a seat, frame, playing on the PS5, and what I'm going to do today is kind of go through how I prepare for races. When we get new races in the sport mode, I feel that as somebody who can't just hop on and be awesome right away, there's kind of a process that I like to go through to do my best to be competitive. So I'm going to walk you guys through that a little bit here and kind of talk about how I get ready for a race, and then we're going to put that to the test, and I'm going to run a race or two here as the evening goes on here. So I am going to disregard the special stage route X. That doesn't sound like fun to me. Maybe, I don't know. I've heard some people that have discussed it here, and, maybe if you get a group of people that and I guess it could be fun. But as it stands right now, it is not something that I'm interested in. I'm going to be working on races B and C here tonight. And what I want to do is just kind of talk through my process of how I prepare to go into a daily race and some of the different things I do and look for. So, give me just 2 seconds here to get something situated, and I'll be right back. All right, very good. Sorry about that. So, I am going to start out here with the race B tonight, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do race B first. I will likely show a little bit of practice in racing, at least one race. Don't know how that's going to go, but we're going to start here. The first thing I'm going to tell you guys, for me, that I do as race prep, is I watch other people. There are plenty of people on YouTube that you can watch that are at every level of drivers, right? You've got really, really good folks like, the first name that comes to mind is Key. You've got, Rory Alexander or Aries, who's also very good. Some of the American people that I've really have grown to like watching. One of my personal favorites, actually two of them. I don't know that I could pick a favorite. You've got McNaughty, and then also I Am Mullet. I really enjoy watching those two guys. They're real, both very good drivers. I've seen their driver levels. I don't know that I've seen Mullet at a B, maybe his second account, but I know that McNaughty's worked his way up to an A, back down to a B, working to an A. So anyway, the point remains: what you want to do, watch somebody else do it. And I'll tell you a couple things that I'm really looking for when I watch somebody else do that. Is some of the points of where I want to start and stop, what I want to drive, and kind of all of that stuff. Now, for this particular race here at the Nürburgring, I'm going to drive my WRX GR3 car. I don't know if that's the best choice, and here we'll actually look through the qualifying time results and kind of talk through that. You can normally pop in here and see what everybody's driving. If you're not familiar with what a meta is, it's basically the car that is dominating a race. And in this scenario, I don't know that there's necessarily a meta. I see a lot of vehicles up here. You've got the Hurricane, the Italia, the LMS Evo. There's the Mercedes that somebody's got up there. the 4C, the 911. You know, there's a lot of cars that people are doing well with in very, similar times for the most part. So, I don't see any WRXs on here. Doesn't mean I'm not going to drive it because, well, I love that car. I'm just going to be honest with you. It might be a weakness of mine. A lot of 911s here when you get into the middle. So, it is what it is. If you see on the right-hand side, the ones that have the little movie, like a little sign there, that means that there's a replay you can watch. If you have never watched anybody else's replay, do it. Watch somebody's often. Try to pick somebody that's driving a car that's similar to what you're running, so you can get a little bit of a better understanding for where their brake points and shift points are, and it can be really helpful. So that's definitely a tip one. Make sure to go through and watch somebody else run, whether it be on YouTube or coming in here in the global ranking and picking somebody's replay in the same car. Watch somebody else run. Pick the brake points, pick the viewpoints you want to have, and try and understand what you want to accomplish as you're running through the track. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run some qualifying laps, and you can see I've got a time up here that I took a lunch break earlier and came out, and I think I got to run 5 or 6 different laps. I've got a 132. If you'll if you'll ask Naughty, 115 I think is what you want to have here. I'm joking. I think 126.7 is pretty competitive. So there's a lot of time I can take off of that. And what I want to do is come in and run some practice laps and get a feel for the car, the track. Are there points that are really slippery that, I think I should probably maybe shift up a gear or be more careful with? I was trying to get Naughty to do that in third earlier, and he was driving. I forget what he was driving. He was in the Porsche, as a matter of fact. Porsche, I don't think you need third gear there. Subaru, maybe. And really, that's a pretty good example of what I'm trying to feel out. How slippery is it? Do I know my brake point here? I might be a little early, that's fine. I'm just, trying to get the car on the spots that I want to hit, right? Kind of visualize your line and what a perfect line looks like. Just try and touch those tire spots, give it some gas as you go over them, and see how your car responds if you're racing hard at certain places. And the other thing that you might notice here is I'm not going to have my own ghost on. When I'm doing this initially, I don't necessarily want a ghost. The things that I'm paying attention to are, am I hitting my apexes? Am I, keeping the car smooth? Am I squealing the tires somewhere? Just little things that I'm trying to pay attention to see if I can kind of be mindful of that as I get into a race and, you're pushing against somebody. Can you push there? What's that like, If you've already done it a little bit, well, then you've got that knowledge. Try different gears in different places, right? Oh, that's going to be ugly. But Subaru is a little slippery in some places. And you can see, I don't know if you caught the first time that I came over there. That I think the first time I saw that was 101, 102, high 101s. And just like that, I'm not too far off my top lap anyway, so. Trying to keep it smooth, keep the tires down, hit the spots of the track you know you're supposed to, right? So, and the reason I say you know you're supposed to is because you've watched other people at this point to go, oh, I need to cut this corner there, I need to hit this like this, you know, and just little things you're trying to pay attention to. Ooh. It's always fun when you can just rip it for no apparent reason and just spin out. So this is basically a scratch lap and it's fine, got a little damage. Know how your car runs with damage though, right? I mean, this may sound silly, but if you're in a race and you get damaged, do you know how to deal with that? Or are you going to be caught off guard and unprepared? So, practice stuff. That's the big thing. Run some laps, get yourself comfortable, and practice some things. Now, I already know that, you know, to be pretty high on the qualifier, well, not necessarily from my bracket, but in an A or in a B lobby, to be pretty high on the qualifier, I need to run a, you know, 29 or 8 maybe. So I'm going to keep running here. And I think that right there is a very important piece for beginners to understand, right? What are you actually capable of running if you get into a lobby? Why is that important? Well, because if you get into a lobby and you're not capable of running with people, you're more likely to try and hold people up or get in the way or ride dirty, or the preparation is everything. Because the idea of racing is being able to beat people because you're faster than them. Not because you can run them off the road and they can't get by you. To be honest with you, if somebody's about to pass you, you're supposed to let them go. Let them go. Race them. Don't wreck them. So. Not better than my fastest, but better than anything I've done so far today. Seem to be going purple most times through here, which is a good sign. I can keep it together. That one wasn't quite as nice as some of the other ones, but I think I'm building towards something I'm be able to use. And the other thing to keep in mind as you're running these laps is, okay, if you're in a race, can you run X number of clean laps? I think this one's 6 laps, maybe 8. You know, can you run that many laps without wrecking, you know, 3 out of those 4 laps? Because that's also an important part of jumping into a lobby, is being able to be competitive with the people that are in it. And I can tell you right now, there's not a sim racer around that's looking for you to get into a lobby and wreck and take dead last. Every race. Competition's what people want. That's why we're here. A little better. That's a new best. Wow, that got wild. And more wild. It's funny for me, every time I seem to run a good lap like that, it's like next thing I know I'm wrecking it the next lap or penalized, or I just can't keep it together. It's a mental thing. I gotta work on it. Oh, I didn't like that. And just so you guys know, the number I'm kind of leaning towards here is I want to run about 10 laps before I ever get into a lobby. Why? Well, you gotta practice. You can't just jump in. We talk about practice. You can't just jump into a lobby and be like, "Oh, I'm the king." Most of the guys that are really good, they don't do that. They run a couple warm-up laps. I mean, maybe not to the same extent of what I'm doing, but you know, it's racing is somewhat of an art as well as a sport, because you're kind of painting your lap picture as you go, right? You know, trying to make this beautiful lap, and there is this Christian Bale so eloquently discussed in Ford vs. Ferrari, a perfect lap, right? I mean, you can't run a perfect lap if people are spinning you out. You can't run a perfect lap if you're busy spinning somebody out. So, it goes both ways. Oh, that was slippery. The other thing to do is kind of look at your focal points, right? One of the biggest things that they will tell you about driving is you have to look where you're going. So right now I'm looking down towards the end. Brakes, I'm looking inside to that corner right where I want to put my right passenger side wheels. Kind of wasn't prepared for that. Haven't tried that in second like that. I don't think it's faster at all, but we're putting up a little lap here, no big deal. I think the focal point there as you're coming through is that cell tower back in the distance. So like here, looking inside, 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 now outside, trying to pick my exit out. I'm looking straight down. I know where I'm going, so I'm looking right. Brakes, 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 brakes. The post, the post, the post. Now past it. Pick out the runway out there. I'm looking inside, looking inside. Looking past here, past there, looking for my exit. There it is. Looking down to my 100, there's 100. Inside. Looking at that 50. Just a brake tap, turn. Want to keep those RPMs up. That's not what I'm doing there. Got to get inside, not there. Tried to slide. It did everything it could. $100. Yep, definitely. Look at the cell tower coming through that. Chicane. Not my fastest. I got one more. Then we're going to go and try and run a race, actually, and see how it goes. But they're pretty lenient with that area over there. Ugh. And see, the thought that I'm thinking here is, if I can get into a lobby and run my consistent 130s, I might have a chance of being competitive if I don't do that. Alright, so 10 laps, and what I also like to do is come back and look, you know, when ironically, for me, most of the time I run best in the beginning. Oh, 6 was really my best overall lap, and then I mean, it's okay. So there's a couple mistakes out there, right? A 45, a 53, a 41, so I know as I go into the race that it's going to be important to me to try and stay competitive, try to stay tires down, you know, nose forward, and not really, hopefully not get into a position where I can't keep up with the group. Yeah, we'll do a couple more qualifying, right? So we got 10 minutes, probably 4 more laps I could probably stick in. The other advantage to not necessarily having a great qualifying time is starting towards the back. Let all the people in front of you do all the chaos here in turn 1, because it's going to be rowdy, make no mistake about it. And then from there, you know, maybe you got a chance of sneaking by some folks. Now, it could also take away your advantage, right? If the leaders just rip away from everybody, which that does happen. And if that's the case, And, you know, you just kind of wait back and bide your time. And work on getting a couple positions. We'll see how it goes. Oh, that's faster. Move it on up, move it on up. And that really didn't have a great turn one or two. Focal point down the way. Brakes turning. A lot of people use first there, probably should. I cannot do that. Ooh, yucky yuck. Front end damage, front end damage. Watch out, watch out. Yeah, I really want a better exit there for sure. I think I'm doing okay with the chicane. Alright, so that was the scratch. I was pushing pretty hard. Boy, they did not like that little... I have not quite mastered the recovery there like that. Woo. Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff. Oh, goodness. So, the life of an average driver. You see how this works? I'm sure some of you guys have experienced this. 6 minutes? Okay, let's put another good lap in. Give me my penalty. Okay. Don't brake too early there, but that's fine. Alright. See if we can put in a nice clean lap, maybe two together. Get ready for the racing, right? I'll tell you, your race pace is a little different than your qualifying pace, too. Race pace, you really want to be a little bit cautious. Keep up with the group if you can, without risking your position and or the integrity of your car, really. fine line to walk, especially in this race. I think it was much faster than I was doing prior, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't show that it was, but it felt better. Yeah, cell tower is a great focal point for me coming through that chicane. All right, 131.8. That's fine. It's competitive. One. That felt good. Much better recovery. Can't win them all. So even with the stumble, still run 134. Okay, so I feel competitive. I'm probably starting at the back. I only got a 131.2. We're going to see how this plays out. So what do we got? A minute here. Very nice. 26 seconds, and we're going to get into our first online race of the week in, well, you can count. Imagine the counts in the background, count it down for you. Okay, I stand very corrected. D lobbies, I'm a little bit further up front than I expected to be. We got some Canadians and some Brazilians back there. I guess this could be interesting. All right, very good. So, starting in P3. Scared to see what's going to happen in the first turn. Maybe we get a good lobby. I'm going to hopefully give these folks the benefit of the doubt. I did not see any, like, A and B safety ratings. So, maybe we get it. Let's see how this goes. I'll be honest, I don't know that I've done an online lobby in a while. I think I did a couple last week, but looking forward to this. I really am, even if it's a total SS show. So we're just going to be cool with it. Roll. Rubber side down, hopefully. We'll see how this plays out. Wish me luck. All right. Wow. Interesting first lap. Wow. All right. So I got a couple laps in here. I lost a few spots. Who knows? I think we got a really pretty courteous lobby for the most part here. I mean, these guys have been pretty smooth for the most part. I don't see a lot of battling going on. Most important thing I had to learn is, you know, trying to be competitive is really how little you are going to put your foot to the floor. The key to really being good, competitive, and fast is understanding that you're, you know, 50% to 3/4 throttle a lot of the time. Keep the tires rolling, but rolling just on the brink of they want to giddy up and go. Right on the edge of your grip. And then be able to bring it back. We're having fun. We're having fun. Woo! I'd be perfectly happy with the top 5, but we'll see how this plays out. The race is not over yet. Ugh. Certainly made that ugly. I had a little bit of space behind me, and clearly that has disappeared now. Why I follow him. We were talking about that earlier on both Naughty and Mullet's stream of why you follow the person in front of you off track sometimes. Sometimes it could be the slipstream, we think, but other times it's just because you're looking in the wrong spot. That's just a reminder how important your visual cues can be. Alright, here we go, coming in the last lap. And I gotta tell you, one of the better lobbies I have seen in a long time. While I did lose a couple positions, they were to my own fault. I was able to let people by, and there just hasn't been a lot of BS chaos going on, so it's been cool. Ugh, I don't like going over the rumble strips, it's so slippery. Yep. Dirty tires. Just what I needed. Another beginner tip, if you have dirty tires and you're worried about spinning out, shift up. Use a gear higher. When you get to the straightaway, downshift and giddy up. Alright, let's see how the last turn goes. I gave up a ton of positions here, but it's my first race back. I'm still pretty happy. Missed my braking spot. Oh, somebody spun out. It's fine. It's fine. Could be better. Could be worse. I mean, nobody wants to lose positions. I didn't honestly think I was going to qualify that high. But it's alright. We'll do it again. Competitive? Questionable. Not a replay I think I need to save. Other than to say it was a wonderful lobby. Good running. I'm probably terribly rude. I didn't say anything to anybody there, but hey, that's my bad. Oh, let's do one more there, and then I'll switch over and do a little bit of the wonderful Mount Panorama. And this race is fun. It's quick. It's technical. Really gives you something to work through and be competitive with the folks that are running. As you can see, my best so far is in 31.2. That's not slippery at all. Coming into that turn too early. Not hitting my apex. That's cool. Hey, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't, love to get subscribers. Appreciate that. I will admit my microphone is probably ready for an upgrade if I'm going to keep doing the streams. Also would love to add a camera. We're not there yet, but hey, if you want to donate some of that stuff, use the link on my page for my Patron. Feel free to send a donation or subscribe or whatever you'd like to do. So we're going to do some cool stuff with that, and love to have everybody involved. What do we got? 4 minutes? Alright, let's see if we can put a clean lap in. I really think staying on the inside of that turn is going to be a huge, huge time saver. Aim at the cell tower. That's probably going to be a penalty if I head back. No, I got away with it. Yeah, that's excess distance traveled. I'm really going to have to cut that out, shorten that up. I had a little bit of a better lap going there at first, but slowed down towards the end, lost some time. One more good one. Look down, look around. Talk about pushing the edge. So that was a minute flat. I bet you I made up most of that time towards the end of that section. Like I said, still haven't figured out exactly the best way to recover some of those sometimes. Rumor has it a direct drive will help me from that, but we're not there yet. We're just not there yet. All right, so we got one more race we're going to run here and see how that goes. And again, keep in mind, the goal with this is, can we be competitive after running a little bit of practice, watching some other people drive, right? Again, anybody can pick up the game and follow a couple easy steps, which are A, watch somebody else, B, run practice laps. Run practice laps, run practice laps, run practice laps. Come on now, folks. Run some practice laps. Don't just jump in lobbies cold. It gives us rough lobbies. Just rough lobbies. That's not what we need. All right, so here we go. We got a good lobby, I believe. Looks like a bunch of... Ooh, I see some C safety ratings. So, talking point. Let us know in the comments. Should C safety rating folks be driving with people that have S safety ratings? Why do we have a safety rating if not to, separate people based on that? This could be interesting. I'm not going into this with any expectations other than I'm going to finish. I'm going to go to the lobby. Let's see how we do. We'll just see. Wish me luck. Who's out there? Let me know who's out there. Put it in the chat. I don't know if the chat's working or not working or what's going on. Sometimes some of those settings are goofy and my chat's been not working all the time, so if you're out there and you got my cell number, text me. In the meantime, see if I can bring home a little W. Little W. Starting in P7. And keep in mind, I expect this to be a rough field. So let's see. Let's see. Maybe they'll surprise me, right? Oh, carry a little speed off that turn. That's how it is done. F you. I don't know who he's talking to. It could be me. I did bump somebody, but those things are going to happen. I didn't do it intentionally. I think I've been running a pretty courteous race so far. Gotta get off that. No slippies. Wow. Jeez. Oh my golly. Look at this thing. Somebody replaced my tires with ice skates? Look at this thing. Oh, there you go. Why not? Why not? All right, so the short answer to the question we asked earlier is, with a little bit of practice, can I be competitive? The answer is no. As of right now, I'm going to say solid no. I'm going to need more practice. No, this isn't an easy race. I mean, ultimately, keep in mind when you're racing, things aren't going to go your way. You're going to have to get used to being a little bit humble and realizing, oh, well, wasn't meant to be. Could have done everything in your power and still not won it, right? Sometimes there's going to be things like that. This is not the case, though. This is me having all kinds of challenges. And not being competitive either. 128, yeah. That's a... We're just gonna finish. Always finish, never quit, right? Work on your lines. That was wild. Didn't expect that. This WRX is a little bit slippery, I have to admit. Oh yeah. Love it. Let's give the guy in last place a penalty. What you cannot do is blast the guy in 14th place. Because our race already sucks. It doesn't need to get worse, right? So crazy how slippery it gets in some places, and it's like, man, I own a car that drives like an all-wheel drive vehicle. Minutes or seconds. 2 minutes. Tire penalty ×2. slippy, slippy, slippy. Look how far back I am. I'm 50. I'm almost a minute back from the leader, and you're going to give me a 2-minute penalty for racing. So slippery. I did that in practice and said, oh, don't do that. Whatever they do. What is that? I'm checking my traction control because I thought I saw the light come on. Oh, what an ending. Sorry, I got a phone call. Well, that wasn't all that much fun. It just wasn't. Ugh, God, I don't want to do it. So what I'm going to do here is come in and run some practice laps. I'm going to do it in a GR4 car, apparently. You know what? I want to try the Ferrari. Yeah, gotta be yellow. I think I did some practice laps here. Let me see if I got a time up. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, 220, not bad. Not bad, it ain't great. I don't even remember what car I was in. I think I did that in a Lexus. I also watched a Lexus run out of gas earlier today. Well, I don't mind this car at all so far. Let me see how it does in some other situations. But man, I always struggled with driving a Ferrari, but maybe it just took a little bit of time for me to figure out how to drive rear wheel car drives. Wow, this car is drivable, nimble. Man, this thing's fun. A lot of fun. Woo! Hey, likey. It's got a 7th gear. Woohoo! Go, baby, go! Well, 1 lap, and I was only about a second off of my best lap from earlier. So, I like the Ferrari. I like the way it handles. We're going to grip it and rip it through here a little bit. Well, I do like this car. I do. We're gonna rev it out a little bit. See if I can put a nice clean lap up next. Tough start. It's okay. Just running practice laps. It's not like the race is getting ready to start or anything. I was riffing it. Sometimes push it too hard. I get a bad habit of making like really, really silly mistakes like that. Bumping a wall when you got a great lap going. An easy section. Screwing up easy stuff. Alright, we're going to give it one more run here. I don't think I'm going to have time to hop in and do one of these, but we're going to save that for next time. Really like to get a little bit higher RPM through that, but maybe I need second. No need to short shift. This car does sound really cool. Boy, you gotta hit the brakes early for that. Alright, I wasn't real happy with that. Let's do it a second. Try and close this out here with a good lap. Over the hill and through the woods. Alright, so it's not the 100. 150 for sure. Now I got dirty tires. I think that one is the 50. Maybe. We're gonna try it. Maybe 75. Alright, good lap. Here we go. Come on, come on. Man, I never expected to be able to have so much fun driving a Ferrari after some of the experiences I've had trying to keep the rear end down, keep the power to the wheels. But it's a lot of fun to drive. Well, I think you do need first, man. I was struggling slowing down coming down there. There's not a lot of red line there either. It kind of pings out and that's it. $150. Third gear would be better. Losing speed. Yeah, 50 is the one. Alright, so that means I gotta do one more. I can't quit. Can't quit. Holy moly. I will say that was faster than I expected it to be for some reason. Smooth in all the right places, baby. Yeah. Keep those wheels moving. I gotta remember to hit 7th this time. I gotta tell you, that is good stuff. Running my fastest front in the beginning, got better on the back half. So here's what I really want to see. Harry's sitting up there, or did he defriend me? He might, I don't know if he's even running Gran Turismo anymore, but, so 8,000. Silva Spec R Aero. Okay, so I do own that. I almost ran that. I'm gonna try that. There's the Italia. Boy, I like driving that Ferrari, man. That's fun. Well, here's me. That's my prep. Go over a quick recap for you guys. For those of you who are really trying to, pick something out of this. Beginners. Couple things you got to do to get ready to come into a sport mode lobby and race. A. Watch somebody else run. YouTube, time trials, whatever you can find. Watch people, preferably in the same car you're going to drive. If not, watch somebody run the track. Watch them do it a couple times. Don't just watch once. Watch through it a few times. Make sure you're getting a good feel for, where their break points are, what you're seeing, what you're getting out of it. Second tip, practice. Have your friends put up their, qualifying times. Watch people that are competitive. See what their qualifying times are. Make sure you can run a competitive lap before you hop in a lobby. Now, for those of you guys who have been with me through the stream, the Nürburgring Sprint, I had a couple tough races. Does that discourage me and say I wasn't prepared? No. I didn't have great races. I could still be competitive there, but I wasn't putting together a full set of, 6 laps, to put a good race together. So, guess what? That means I need more practice. You can be competitive and still need to improve. As a matter of fact, the best guys in the world are that good because they don't settle for what they're doing. They always want to improve. So, after you've watched other people, you've run some practice laps, then hop into sport mode, be competitive, and most importantly, if you're watching my channel, the one thing you're going to learn from me is the most important thing: be nice to people. Just be nice. Don't be mean. Don't be vengeful. Don't be rude. Everybody makes mistakes. It's racing. But be people because you're fast, not because you're dirtier. Cheers, folks. Hope everybody has a great night. I got to get some dinner going for the family here. Looking forward to seeing you guys next time. And thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the Patron if you really want to donate some money. And take a shot at Patron, right? Why not? Just kidding. Enjoy your night, everybody. Thank you so much.